There are different types of bries. You have harder bries, softer bries. What we want to do is place this on the opposite end, and then we're going to cut it into segments, okay? Next, we're going to go with our mozzarella pearls. I have a bunch of them in little packages. And what we're going to do is head to another corner. And I like to just stack these. You basically just drop it. There's no like, oh, I want to make it this way or I want to fold it. The good thing about prosciutto is because it gives, because it's so thin, because it's very forgiving. So, and then you want to stack it on top of each other. When you're doing your boards with the meats, you do want to make sure they're aged or cured. And it's almost like ribbons. You just want to fluff it and make it pretty. Okay, so now we're getting into your pepperoni or your salami. You can always use more than one meat. Now, the good thing about these, what we're going to do is we're going to fold it in half and fold it in half again. So they start looking like this. And keep going. And you see how it's starting to look kind of floral-like?
That is like the best tip I've ever seen.
And it's really simple. And I think people get scared of things like this because it looks like it takes a lot of work, and it really doesn't. The whole purpose of charcuteries is to kind of mix savory with creamy with salty.
Okay.
And what you're going to do is you're going to come over on this side of your brie. You want to cut a piece. I got a crusty dough. Okay, so with your sourdough, you're going to cut a piece down the middle and then cut small sections across. And then I'm going to kind of pull mine apart a bit. And I'm going to line it beside the cheddar. Okay, so if you have some type of little ramekin or small glass bowl, we're going to make our oil basically. For that, I like to sit it straight in the middle there. Using my own line of herbs, but if you have like an Italian type herb, you could use that. They sell the actual like dipping herbs if you've seen those in the store. And I'm just gonna take a tablespoon of that out. A couple tablespoons. We're not gonna use much because we don't have much bread. You have a dried fruit, dried cranberries, dried something dried. Is always good. And what you're going to do, but you're going to sit them right opposite of the crackers. And you can bunch them together. Or, and sometimes what I like to do is lean them up on top of the brie. Brie and fruit go well together because of the creaminess to it. Olives, the Kalamata, these don't have pits in them. And then you want to actually stack those in between your pepperonis and your crackers because again, you're trying to keep colors kind of away from each other. What you want to do when it comes to your berries, I don't know if you chose blueberries, blackberries. If you have both, we're going to start with the darker berries first. If you have both, you can select two areas opposite of each other to put them in. And then just do like a dollop of in little sections for that. So you see I'm kind of going in a few places with the berries. You can leave the stems on your strawberries. I cut them off. The greenery is pretty, so it's fine leaving them up there. So you're going to slit here, and then you're going to follow down till you get to the other end. But you don't want to cut it all the way. So then when you go do this, you can spread it apart. There's two ways you can do the nuts. You can either sprinkle them across, which is what they would normally do, or you can also pick a section specifically for your nut items. If you know somebody's allergic that's coming, you may not want to put the nuts on there at all. I would use it as a filler item. So wherever you see little gaps, put your nuts. Just try to keep it from like the bread or. And I got what did I buy? Coconut cashews. That's, remember we talked about how brie was great with fruit. Um, so another thing you can do is if you go out, this is a fig jam. It's a good quality. It's about $5 for the jar, but it's really good. When you're going with jams for your boards, go with a good quality jam. You want to scrape some of it and just dollop it right on top. Because when they go to take their cracker or the knife, the brie and the jam kind of mix. Here, and I'll kind of show you from like above, I guess. It's great for a girls' night. It's great for a date night.
Oh, thank you so much. I've always wanted to put one together, so that was super helpful.
Super fun. Thank you so much.
We had a great time.
I have been in the culinary world for about 5 years now, but I've been cooking forever.
It was amazing.